As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting elongated shadows across the marshlands of the Aldani Basin, our weary travelers set up camp. Surrounded by the haunting chorus of nocturnal creatures, they found solace in the protective embrace of Vivacity's tiny hut. The night, though eerie with the symphony of the wild, passed uneventfully, a much-needed respite from their strenuous journey. The following days unfolded with the slow rhythm of the marsh. The soft, treacherous ground of the Aldani Basin proved a formidable challenge, especially for Mr. Bubbles, whose formidable form found resistance in the marsh's embrace more than once. The journey was marked by a profound discovery, however, a towering statue of Ubtao, the forsaken deity of Chult. Enshrouded in vines and moss, it stood as a silent sentinel of a forgotten faith. Dr. O and Noct, drawn by its mystical aura, unraveled the maze carved into its belly, earning them a blessing from Ubtao himself, a rare gift from the god who turned his back on his realm. The tranquility of their marshland camp was pierced in the dead of night by the soft, squelching approach of intruders. Melian, alert and watchful, spotted the silhouettes of 6 mud mephits, mischievous elemental creatures of earth and water. As Mr. B joined her in vigilance, the mephits, drawn by curiosity or malice, encroached closer upon their camp. A tense standoff ensued, broken by Mr. B's swift action as he sent a javelin cleaving through the magical bearer to struck one of the mephits who strayed too close. The battle that followed was a dance of shadow and elemental fury. The mephits swarmed, but the group found refuge within the confines of Viv's tiny hut. From this haven, they struck out, felling the mud creatures one by one. And despite the mephits' explosive demise, the adventurers remained unscathed, shielded by the spell's protective dome. With their threat neutralized and the marshland once again cloaked in quietude, our heroes settled back into their rest, the echoes of the skirmish fading into the night. As dawn approached, they readied themselves to continue their westward journey, their resolve unshaken and their spirits bolstered by the night's victorious defense. And thus brings us to the present moment. Whereas the morning sun ascends towards its zenith, piercing through the dense canopy of the Aldani Basin with rays of golden light, our adventurers stir from their slumber. The events of the previous night, a sudden clash with the mud mephits still lingering in the air like a distant echo. Despite the interruption, the group finds themselves refreshed, the restorative powers of their long rest working its magic. The marshland around them awakens too. The chorus of frogs and insects resumes, a symphony of life amidst the thick vegetation. The air is heavy with the smell of damp earth and rich, decaying plant life, mingled with the remnants of last night's elemental skirmish. Droplets of dew glisten on leaves and spiderwebs, turning them into jeweled tapestries under the morning sun. As you pack up your camp, the remnants of Vivacity's tiny hut spell fading away like a dissolving bubble, you take a moment to appreciate the serene beauty of your surroundings. The Basin, with its layers of greenery and pockets of still water, holds an untouched allure, inviting yet cautioning you of hidden dangers within. Now, fully awake, you ready yourselves and your supplies, for the day ahead promises continued exploration through the heart of Chult, each paddle stroke bringing you closer to Orolunga. The quiet after this battle serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of your journey, for in the wilds of Chult, tranquility and peril are but two sides of the same leaf. With a shared look of determination, you begin to set forth once again, the waters of the Soshin Star beckoning you westward, where mysteries and challenges await amidst the marshland's embrace. We are back on this map, and as we move forward, when I let you know how far you're traveling, feel free to move that token forward. You can track your map, and then I have my own marker as well. So, let us use the travel image. So, as you begin your first travel leg, go ahead and move your tokens wherever you wish for them to go.
Where'd you say the image was at? I'm sorry.
There we go. Forgot I gotta show it to you.
Cool.
I was like, well, I cannot find it.
With Mr. Bubbles being gone, is he still technically driving the wagon? Or...
Yes, I was gonna have him continue that.
I'll trailblaze for the first leg.
Okay. Tokens, no need.
Oh, let's see. I am going to. I'm going to keep watch.
Okay. So, everybody, please make your rolls. I'll roll for the missing people. Do we want to use any abilities first? Vivacity is going to give a bardic inspiration to Mr. Bubbles. 6.
Would it be too late to guide myself?
No.
Cool,
Mr. Bubbles rolls a 13.
I just throw a D4 out there.
Knocked. 23. Vivacity and then a coup. Vivacity rolls a 12 and a coup rolls an 8.
Oof.
All right. You lose an hour of time because Mr. Bubbles gets stuck.
No, Mr. B. You have to lose some weight. Can I try to assist him to getting unstuck?
Hold up, I gotta check something because something's.
Also, what part of the day are we on? Is this brand new morning and we're doing
Yes.
the time check? Or, okay.
This is the first travel leg.
And it's what, 10 a.m.? Because when we went to finally get, the full rest that other night, we started at 2 a.m., I think.
Yeah, so you started your rest later because it was interrupted. So it's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. when you wake up. So you actually start at 11 a.m.
Gotcha.
Okay. I got it now. All right. You're able to travel 2 miles. Stop for your midday break. And if everybody could make their checks once again for the second travel leg. As well, I would like someone to roll me a d20.
What, I can do that?
I'm going to see if Viv has anything else she...
And we roll for the second leg.
Going to give another bardic inspiration to Mr. Bubbles.
You can do it, Mr. B.
I sure do hope my
Ooh,
clearing
he gets
away
22.
helps.
Noct gets a 26. Melian, can you roll for me? 24, very nice.
Yes.
Viv gets an 11, and Aku gets a... We roll a 15. Right, 3 miles.
We need to get Mr. Bubbles like Pegasus wings or something.
I'd love to make him these dragon wings, but they take a lot of money.
Traveling through this swamp. You're all trudging your way forward through the muck, same as before. It seems endless. Traveling west as far as you can tell. Suddenly you look down and there's some interesting roots growing from out of the ground. Looks quite unlike anything that you have seen before. Would you like to investigate further?
Sure off, I would for sure.
Yes, I'm curious about that too.
Noct will stay vigil.
Right.
Oh, Doc, what is that?
You find this root growing from the ground. That is a thick, tuberous plant with gnarled and twisted appearance, akin to ancient coiled wood. The exterior is rugged, covered in a bark-like skin that ranges from deep brown to a reddish hue, often speckled with moss or small fungi due to the damp environment it has grown in.
Does it seem familiar to me?
Make me a proficient nature check.
Right.
So do a proficient nature check, or is that only Melian?
Anyone that's proficient in nature.
I'll give, if Dr. Off is doing, I'll give her guidance.
Is
Okay.
nature wisdom or?
Correct. Or no, intelligence, sorry.
Oh, beautiful. That's really bad.
All right.
Okay.
Melian, you do know what this is. This is a Ryeth root. Any creature that ingests a Ryeth root gains 2d4 temporary hit points. A creature that consumes more than one in a 24-hour period must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or suffer the poisoned condition for 1 hour.
Okay.
Can you find enough for 2? Would you like to harvest it?
Let's see. Yes, I would.
Okay.
Actually, I know that the doctor is better at harvesting and being careful with material. So I'm going to explain to her what it is, and tell her, hey, well, this actually makes you stronger for a little bit, like healthier, I guess. However, if you eat too much, it's just not that great for you. So you have to be careful how much you eat. But I mean, we should definitely take these. Do you still have your tools?
I do not have specialized tools for collecting anything in nature. Or at least, actually, I'm going to check my character sheet. Give me just a second. I do have an herbalism kit. I'm just not proficient in it.
Oh, then I can do that. I have one of those as well.
Yeah, then I don't think it'll be much different.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me get some of these.
Okay. Dr. Oafbay is get.
Oh no, I'm going to because I have yeah, I'm professional.
Got it. Got it. All right, that is now in your inventory. Put in your backpack.
Fun fact: Dr. O and Mr. Bubbles cannot be poisoned. Oh wait, or at least we have advantage. I can't remember which one, but it's a fun fact. I might be misremembering now that I think about it. It's early.
Doing some inventory management stuff. All right, no one. Yep, no one is cumbered anymore.
It's smelly. Yay.
All right. So at the end of this travel leg, Nox, you gain exhaustion. There are. Let's see. So you would be making your camp at 8 o'clock p.m. Vivacity and Melian, please roll me a wisdom perception check, each at disadvantage to find your camp.
Alrighty. Oh my god.
That hurts.
Right?
Yeah, not here.
Do you want me to roll for her?
$21 and 9, so 9 plus 9 gets you 18. That is enough to get 3 properties. Six, 5, and 4. All right. Hidden, comfortable, and comfortable. Okay, so you're going to get rid of the exhaustion condition because you found a comfortable camp. So that's good news.
Ooh,
Somebody
that's
please roll me a d20.
I'll take charge of that this time. Sure.
All right, same watch order and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mr. B knocked Melian and then Viv. So, gotta wait until 2 a.m. to start your long rest. That would be 6 hours of downtime. Anything you want to do between that time?
I would like to go hunting.
Okay.
I'm gonna read today.
Go ahead and make me some hunt and forage checks. That would be wisdom survival.
Much better.
Ooh, 52. You actually get to make this with advantage because you're not traveling. You want to make another?
Oh, nice. Yes.
Remind me again, what was our camp stats? What was our camps things?
It should be on your character sheet under activities.
I mean, what were our properties?
Well, it was two.
Hidden and comfortable. You get a 22. You're able to find 3 rations.
And no weird mushrooms.
No.
I'm gonna fortify the camp.
Okay. Go ahead and make me that check.
Nope.
6. That is not enough. Mr. B is going to help with that. He will do that as well. Right. It's a 21. Your camp gets the defendable prize. Anything else?
Would I have time to, after hunting, to read my book a little bit more?
Yeah. The hunting and foraging would only take 1 hour, so there's 6 hours of downtime, so you have 5 hours. Yes,
Okay.
you would definitely have time.
All right, I'm going to then read my book and maybe talk to Dr. O. Dr. O was thinking, do you think you could make some sort of protective cover for Sir Fluffy? Like, I don't know, like an armor?
Considered that before. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. She'll take out her notebook and jot down a couple little notes. And did you have any idea what type of armor or anything of that nature?
Um, I don't know. I was just thinking because sometimes I'm scared of sending him into battle because he's just a fluffy boy, you know. He doesn't have much protection. So I don't know if it would be if something metal would be too much for him.
She's
Or
pretty thin and flexible metals.
oh,
But even potentially something magical,
that sounds amazing.
like a scarf of protection or something of that nature.
Oh, that actually sounds really good. And he would look so cute in a scarf.
He would. I don't believe I would have the materials on me now, but next time we're in a city, we can talk more and go shopping when we have the chance.
Oh, that sounds great. Go shopping. I love it. Yes, I'm going to just let me know. We can discuss whatever you need, and don't worry, I'll get that covered.
Sounds great. I look forward to it. We could always, give Sir Fluffy a second head. Oh, maybe wings. We could do a great many things.
I mean, let Mel's just gonna look nervously at Sir Fluffy, and you just imagine him like with a second head, like all sorts of like crazy stuff that Dr. O could do to him. About to start with some sort of armor, and then maybe we think about other stuff. How does that sound?
Reasonable. It's a good place to start.
I'm gonna pet Sir Fluffy. No second head. All right. Just
You
gonna
whispered
put
so quiet I couldn't hear you.
She's gonna just like get like some leaves and flowers and start decorating, like making a little flower crown on him. And that's basically how I'm gonna spend the rest of my day. Just gonna say, you're gonna look so
I'm gonna give you inspiration, Melian. That extra
What?
roleplay, very in character, yes. Okay, so we will begin the rest. Once it reaches the hours of 2 o'clock in the morning, with you all talking amongst yourselves in your found camp, in the darkness, sleep begins to overcome you, and you all are yawning, exhausted from the lengthened night previous. It's time to begin your watch. Mr. B sits sentry, going into his sentry mode. You all know you are watched over by a protector. As you go into your sleep and trances, Vivacity casts her tiny hut to envelope you and your camp protection. Begin the watch. Mr. Bubbles gets a 6 and a 20 for his first 2 hours. Nothing happens. Noct, you are awoken by the feel of hard metal nudging you. Hearing a resonating, deep mechanical voice that is all too familiar awaken you.
Ye gods. Okay, I'm awake. Wake. Whew. You will never not be terrifying.
Mr. Bubbles walks off to his area of the camp right beside Dr. O, sits down on the ground, and you see his eyes go to a very low light as he goes back into his own sentry's rest. Noct, as you begin your watch, please make me a perception check with wisdom.
Alright, well, we go ahead and make both.
Okay. $21 and then 8. Noct. You're keeping watch on your first hour, looking out to the swamps and marshes around you. And it's hard. You gotta really pay attention. Because the insects are constantly chirping and all of these sounds just never end. Took a while to get used to, but you're able to kind of fall asleep. Nonetheless, on your sentries, you feel a little bit tense and on edge. It's hard to hear anything creeping up on you. First hour goes by uneventful. Second hour comes, and you hear a splashing. Quickly. Sounds like a very large creature. What do you do?
Noct just kind of tap on Mr. Bubbles, point where the sound is coming from, and then kind of try to get as close to the edge while staying within the bubble to see what it is.
Okay. You alert Mr. Bubbles, who gets up and looks out towards the direction that you direct him. You look out from within Vivacity's tiny hut. See a very large crocodile.
Dear gods. Alright, is it coming for us?
It leaped out of the water, looked around, and is looking in the direction of your camp. At this moment, it turns its head a different direction. You get the sense that it has not found your camp. The hidden property has shielded you from view.
Take a deep sigh. Look at Mr. Bubbles, kind of give him a thumbs up, like all clear. And just kind of keep an eye on the lake, eye on the water for a while until the croc is firmly out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. You give Mr. Bubbles a thumbs up, and he's gonna roll a wisdom check.
Oh no.
As you throw the thumbs up, Mr. Bubbles' eyes turn to a deep red. And he gives a great shout,
No. Oh, God.
awakening the entire camp as he charges forward. Everybody, please roll me initiative.
Oh.
This sounds like Mr. Bubbles. This checks out.
He rolled a 3.
Wait, no, Miss Rumble. No.
What's going on?
Mr. Bubbles has just charged a giant crocodile.
Oh my god. We can never get a full night of sleep.
All right, so here is Vacity's tiny hut. Didn't get my... Trying to find music right now. Who's gonna roll initiative? Mr. Bubbles. And Viv.
Why is the portrait making it look like he's staring at the camera with a smile? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes.
Should I have a steel defender now, Nomad?
Yes.
This crocodile looks like it's gonna pickpocket me.
I see it on the side of the map now.
Okay, do you all see the crocodile right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I love him.
So we are going to begin at the top of the order with Noct. The crocodile is surprised. What do you do?
Well, there's no way little old doctor's going to stop Mr. Bubbles from charging out there and attacking us. So might as well just join him. He's going to try to make the fight a little easier. He's going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay. Your Ray of Enfeeblement hits the barrier of Vivacity's tiny hut and does not go any further.
Completely forgot about that. Alright, well, he's just going to he's going to run up to the edge. That's all he's going to do. He forgot about it.
Okay. We go to... All right, we move on to Vivacity's turn. Vivacity is going to move right here, and she's going to target the crocodile. And she has... Let's see. She has a dagger that she's going to throw at it. She tosses it, hitting the dagger on a 15. The crocodile takes 6 points of piercing damage as it rears its head, turning straight at your camp, hissing. Dr. Ulfbay, you are up. What do you do?
So, Dr. Offbay, can I identify it?
Yes. Go ahead and make me a nature, intelligence nature check.
These are not. This is not
With
a day.
an 11, you know that this is a giant crocodile. It has passive perception of 10, does not speak any languages. That is all you know. So it is
Giant.
size huge.
Alright. A wonderful addition to my continuum. Alright, so I'm gonna try shooting it a couple of times. I can't tell if I have it marked or not.
You do.
Yes, I do. Usually there's a little arrow, but I don't see it. I'm actually not gonna ride on Mr. Bubbles this time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna step over here. And I'm getting there. Actions, crossbow, shoot.
Your crossbow bolt goes flying in the air through the barrier, hitting the crocodile with a 15. Roll damage. 8 points of piercing damage. First attack.
Second attack.
Your second attack hits on a 21. 13 points of piercing damage. The crocodile is hissing in anger.
With my bonus action, I'm going to send my new steel defender out to the crocodile, and I think I can make it attack and move, but
Steel defender.
it moves on my initiative count and takes his turn immediately after mine. I'm gonna flavor it like a little hydra, so you all see like this medium-sized, like behemoth of a little hydra with little mechanical heads looking around in kind of a robotic-like fashion. It's little gears turn.
This is fascinating.
Very interesting.
It's trying to move me.
Okay, it can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes is dodge unless you take a bonus action to command it to take another.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was bonus actioning to use Force Empowered Rend.
Okay.
Do I get to actually move it since my turn
Yeah.
is now over? Okay. It will not stop. Like, I can't seem to select just it and not select myself.
It's just loyal to you.
Can you unselect your token?
Really good. I don't know how to unselect my token.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 25, and 30.
Sorry, like I can't see a sheet or anything in order
Yeah.
to use the rend.
At right now. Steel defender stuff. There we are. Okay. Force empowered rend. Your spell attack modifier to hit. 1d8 plus proficiency bonus force damage. Okay, so roll me a d20 plus your spell attack modifier.
My spell attack on. Just give me just a second. I do not remember how to tell what my spell attack modifier should be.
That should be your spellcasting ability, which is intelligence.
So it's +4.
The
Your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency bonus. It's your spell tech.
Yep.
So 7.
Yeah.
A 17 is a hit. Now roll me a d8 plus 4.
I don't know how to add the pluses.
Or plus 3, I guess. It's on the bottom left by your by your dice, the modifier. All right, 8 points of force damage.
And then that's my Steel Defender's turn, I think.
Yep. Right. We move on to Mr. Bubbles.
Speaking of Mr. Bubbles, he did just post a thing in chat. He said he'll be here soon.
Okay. He is going to move 30 feet and dash action another 15 to get right up close and personal. Aku going to step just outside of the confines of the tiny hut. She is going to cast Sanctuary on Mr. Bubbles. Taking us to Melian's turn.
Alrighty. I am going to... I'm going to move just outside the bubble. And... Sure. I am going to... Just a second so I can see this better. I'm going to wild shape into Deinonychus.
All right.
And let's see, I moved, how much was it? 10, 15?
15.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to get as close as possible. What is my movement again? I forgot.
Should be 40, I believe.
Oh, okay, then I can get up close and personal with it. And am I close enough to try for an attack?
Okay.
All right. And that's my movement. And I would like to try for my, since I did that little speed over there, I would like to try to knock it over. What's it called?
A pounce?
It's been a while. Yes,
Yep.
It's been a while.
That is enough to pounce on it. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Alrighty.
With a 22, you hit. Ten points of slashing damage, which is magical thanks to your newfound powers. It is going to make a strength saving throw to try to prevent itself from getting flattened on the ground. And it is unsuccessful. You see the gator flipped onto its back. It is now prone.
Oh, shit. such like fine kick. Woo! Let's see. Yeah, that's my action.
Okay.
That's my turn.
You still have 2 more.
Oh, I still have. Oh,
Yep.
shit. Yep. Okay, then I would like to try to bite.
Okay.
I don't know why it went like this.
24 with advantage is enough. You hit.
Oh.
Roll damage.
He's on the ground. Forgot about that.
10 points of slashing damage. You all see Melian morph into Deinonychus form, rushing forward with savage force, flipping the gator on its back with her claws, burying her teeth into the creature. Melian, how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna growl at it. If anyone could understand, it would be Mel going like, "This is my turf, motherfucker," and then just bite on its neck and just thrash it.
All right. She bites down onto the neck of the creature, ripping her head back and forth. And you see the gator give death throes as its body then goes limp. Congratulations, you have defeated this creature.
And now it's time to harvest this creature.
Yes.
I'm fluffing up like all like, yeah. The little whatever little feathers I have, I'm just like strutting.
Go ahead and make me an appraisal check, Dr. O.
Which stat was that? Or like which one for this one?
This would be...
Nature?
Yes, nature.
Alright, I'm gonna do advantage because I'm gonna use my little skull thing for a second. Boop. Boop, boop.
With a 19, you know that this creature can give you quite a bit of rations. You suspect that you could easily get probably 15 days worth of rations.
That's great. Let's start chopping it into food.
All right. Nature dexterity, please. With advantage.
Nature dexterity. Can I use my harvesting tool instead?
Sure.
I forgot. That's entirely why I have this thing. And that one should be dex.
Yes.
It should be
Harvesting
advantage.
kit.
Wow.
Right. With a 15, you are able to harvest 15 days worth of rations from this creature.
All right, getting it updated.
Right. So it is 6 o'clock in the morning at this point. Your rest has been interrupted. Would you like to restart, or do you wish to push on?
I feel like if we restart, we're gonna be all messed up on our time. Like we're gonna be sleeping during the day and staying up during the night.
I mean, I'm nocturnal, so I kind of got no problem with that.
Fair point.
I don't mind either way. So, Melly, if you want to make the call, go ahead and make the call.
No, I mean we can just sleep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back to the hut. I'm just gonna go up with Sir Fluffy.
Welcome to the game, by the way, Mr. Bubbles.
Hey. All right, so restarting at 6 a.m. You would be finishing your rest at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody finishes their long rest. Charging everything. Right. Going back to traveling. Back to this image.
Wow, that's bright.
Everybody could please assign themselves once again. Vivacity is going to give Aku a bardic inspiration. +6.
I'm gonna scout.
All right.
Cast enhance abilities on Mr. Bubbles.
Okay. Everybody, please make your checks. Aku got a 25 for her navigate.
Oh my god.
Enhanced does advantage, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Elian rolls a 2.
What the hell?
Ho ho!
Noct gets a 28. Very. Bubbles.
Jeez.
And Vivacity rolls a 23. All right. In the darkness, as you wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, fully refreshed, Noct is no longer exhausted. It moves into darkness. I'll need someone to roll me a d20. It moves into darkness. You're actually making very good pace. Aku seems to have a very good grasp on the trail now. And you are charging forward at 2.5 miles per hour for your pace. But as you are traveling, you seem to have found yourselves in the territory of giant crocodiles, because from the water,
Oh, that's food.
from the water, there is a very large form right below the surface, and you would have crossed right before it if it weren't for Vivacity keeping a keen eye out. She points it out just in time before it launches its attack. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh my god, look at these rolls!
You got this, Doctor.
Alright, everybody go ahead and arrange yourselves in this square anywhere you wish.
Which direction were we moving?
You're moving west.
Oh, okay. I just figured I'd be right below the fortress. Well, that works for me. Oh, I see. The crocodile wasn't visible at first, and now he is.
Alright. We begin at the top of the order with Dr. Oafbay's turn. What do you do? You're muted.
I sure am. I'm gonna slide on over here. I am gonna target the croc. Hopefully it's targeted now. And I'm gonna hit it with my spider snaps.
That is a hit with a 24. 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you strike out with your spider staff, cracking the croc on the head.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that should get a +9 to it. That doesn't seem right. Whatever's giving me
You
that
still have your
+5 effect.
+5.
I don't know what that's coming from.
It's 5.
It definitely shouldn't be that much damage.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look over your sheet. So should be +5.
Or +7? No.
4, I think.
Yeah,
Four.
+4. Should be +4. Okay. So -5.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do that again. And smack it.
That's a hit with an 18.
Wait,
7 points of bludgeoning damage, cracking out from the spider staff once again.
I rolled the wrong damage on that one. I rolled it for the staff
Okay.
defense. It should have been the spider staff. So I'm gonna re-roll it because I fucked up. Double.
6 points of damage.
Ironically,
Oh,
worse
it's
with 2
fixed. The
dice.
5's gone. Okay. And then I'm going to tell my little buddy there, the little hydra to come on over and force rend.
All right. Please roll me a d20 plus 7. That is a hit with a 24, d8 plus 3.
Come on, buddy, you got this.
6 points of damage. Force damage crashing into the giant crocodile. That will be Mr. Bubbles' turn. What do you do?
I set the fortress down and step up. Would that be counting as stowing a weapon?
No, I'll just count it as dropping.
Oh, great. Sorry. Sorry I dropped everything.
Wait, what are you doing with the first? Oh God!
Got bumper plates on the bottom for that.
Oh, jeez.
A 10 is not enough. Your sword connects to the scaly hide of the crocodile, glancing off, but you stab in with a swift back thrust, scoring a hit with a 22.
Neat.
8 points of slashing damage connecting with the creature, who gives a great hiss, opening up its maw, seeing rows of long, gigantic teeth. Anything else, Mr. Bubbles?
No.
The giant crocodile is going to strike out at Mr. Bubbles, the last creature that bit into it. It is going to bite out at him.
Well, that's gonna hurt his teeth.
Does a 24 hit.
Yeah.
You receive 19 points of piercing damage, and that
Damn.
hits your wound threshold.
But man, this crocodile biting metal, that's gotta hurt.
You receive 1 wound risk. And as it does that, it swipes out with its tail against the steel defender. With a 26, that hits.
And with Sentinel, I will react and attack.
All right.
Babies.
An 18 hits. It sustains 9 points of slashing damage as the tail connects. Alright, so your Steel Defender is 2 plus your intelligence modifier plus 5 times your artificer level. You're
think it's
level
36.
6, right?
Yep.
36, okay. It deals 11 points of damage. And must make a strength saving throw.
I can't know what its strength is. Look at stat block.
So it's just a +2.
+2.
$18 is enough. The tail connects with the Steel Defender, and you see it shudder under the concussive force, but remains upright. And we move on to Eku's turn. Eku is going to bless Mr. Bubbles, Dr. Oafbay, and Melian. Taking us to Melian's turn.
I'm going to... Let's see. I'm gonna go pull my my longbow, and I'm gonna take a shot at the crocodile.
Okay.
What did you roll?
You roll
Waste
a
your bless.
1. That is an automatic miss.
At least you have blessed.
Yep. And with my bonus action, I'm gonna tell Sir Fluffy to attack. I cannot see my combat tracker. Okay, I see it now. Okay. Alrighty. You just say, Sir Fluffy, do it like Mama did before. Go ahead. Bounce.
All right, Sir Fluffy gives out a feral whoo, gaining 2 ferocity. Sir Fluffy moves forward and is going to bury its claws into the creature. A 17 hits, and you see the crocodile hissing in agony as it sustains 7 points of slashing damage. And that takes us to Vivacity's turn. Vivacity is going to target the giant crocodile with a vicious mockery and say, I've been waiting to get a new pair of boots. But it succeeds against the wisdom saving throw. And that moves us on to Noct's turn.
Right. I think, can I gauge how close the thing is to death?
Yes, go ahead and make me a wisdom insight check. You're unable to tell. It's
All right.
a mighty creature, and you're not exactly sure how heavy these wounds are that it's sustained.
All right, that's fine. Noct's gonna fly up 20 feet into the air, and he's going to cast guiding bolt on the creature.
Okay. Noct soars up into the air, high above the marshland, striking down with a radiant bolt of energy. But a 13 is not enough to pierce the scaly hide.
Damn.
Noct, as you fly up, please make me a perception check.
Oh no.
We're about to see it's Alligator City.
With a 17, you notice something off in the distance above the heat haze. Now that you have flown up, there is an object floating in the sky far to the east by southeast. It's like a big rock. Not enough time to see more details, for there is something pressing, but it may be worth investigating.
It's just floating there?
Yes, a giant piece of earth.
Oh, you really haven't flown upwards this whole time.
Right. All right. Well, Noct is I can't cast Killing Wound because I used a leveled spell. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be his turn.
Okay. That moves us back to the top of the order. Dr. Oafbay, what do you do?
We're gonna hit it with my staff.
All right. And 15 hits.
I think it barely hit too. Thank you, Aku.
12 points of bludgeoning damage as your staff cracks into the creature.
And again.
The second hit
Damn.
sustains damage as well. Roll damage. The crocodile hisses in pain as it sustains 11 points of bludgeoning damage. What else you got?
Bonus action. Rend. So.
Okay.
D20 plus 7.
Yep.
Boop. That's
26 definitely hits.
And then plus 2 this damage.
Be plus 3. 6 points of force damage onto the creature. It is still alive.
Oh gosh. Then that is it for my turn.
Okay. And that takes us to Mr. Bubbles' turn. As we get to your turn, what do you do?
The same thing I always do. I kill it.
No mercy. 22 is a hit. Your blade sinks into the crocodile with a grisly sound as 10 points of slashing damage connects into the hide of the giant crocodile. How do you want to do this?
I mean, you just told me. It just sinks in. Like, it's nothing special. It's sunk in, and it's dead.
All right. You see the giant crocodile's form slowly sink down into the watery depths of the marsh below
I'm
the
gonna
surface.
grab it. No, we'll grab it.
Okay.
No, we're not letting it sink.
As it begins to sink, Mr. Bubbles reaches out with its rocket hand, shooting into the water, grabbing and slowly pulling it up back to the surface. I need you to roll me.
My doctor likes its corpses.
Yep. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, Mr. Bubbles. With a 19, you are able to stave off the effects of that wounding blow. You do not sustain an open wound.
Though I am curious how that would have looked on him. Right. With that battle out of the way, Noct is going to fly back up, get a little even higher than he did before, and just stare at the floating rock.
All right, make me another perception check, this time with advantage, as you are looking right in its direction.
I would also like to guidance myself.
With a 21, you see this massive chunk of earth and rock that appears to be torn from the very earth, drifting over this section of the swampy forest, about 200 feet above the ground. There is what appears to be a petrified tree towering above the stone, with stone roots protruding from the bottom. Between the shape of the rock and the branching of the tree limbs, it creates the impression of a gigantic stone heart hanging in the sky, made only more gruesome by what appears to be liquid dripping from the roots.
Interesting. Noct is going to fly down, look at Dr. Offbay, and describe everything he just saw.
Oh, that sounds very interesting.
Can't wait till I have flight.
Is Noct able to like pick up Dr. Offbay and kind of like actually show her too?
Yeah. I'd say so. Got those gauntlets of ogre strength.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, looking up, Does Dr. Offbay have any idea how it might be floating up there?
Make me a proficient arcana check.
Can I get a little guidance? That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You recognize this to be an earth moat. A massive chunk of earth held aloft by magic which cannot be dispelled.
Interesting. Yeah, I've read about this earth moat. But what is it doing up there? And the shape that it's in. Are earth moats normally shaped the way this one is?
It's an odd shape. What you know about earth moats is that despite their appearance, they're as durable and stable as any piece of land in the ground. And although they can be raised artificially with the use of magic, most of the earth moats in the 15th century were a direct consequence of the spell plague. They're often unique in size, shape, and altitude, some no bigger than a small chunk of earth, while others almost as big as a mountain or an island. And disruptions of magic, whether natural or not, do not seem to have any effect on an earth moat's ability to float.
Fascinating. That might be worth looking into. I mean, we're really far away. Is it at all possible to see what kind of liquid or guess at its color, velocity, whatever?
No, in this, because it is darkness, really can't make out that much detail.
That is very fair. Okay, I'm gonna go chop up a crocodile then.
All right.
Choppy choppy chop.
I'll let her down and then fly over to Echo and ask if she knows anything about it.
Can I get some guidance? Be cool.
Can you give me some of that guidance?
a little.
You're in a
Okay.
Mel, hook me up with some of that guidance. Scratch his
Yeah.
arm.
Yep.
Oh, I see you have noticed the heart of Ubtao. Interesting that you can see it from here in this darkness.
I have a pretty good eyesight in the dark.
Indeed. The heart of Ubtao is so named for its shape, if you cannot tell. Many Choltons believe that it is actually the petrified heart of Ubtao, considering it sacred. Priests used to travel here on the backs of flying dinosaurs, seeking visions inside and within, beseeching Ubtao to return.
Interesting. Would it be in the near future? Would it be possible to procure one of these flying dinosaurs so we can make the pilgrimage ourselves?
Such a thing has not been done in quite some time. They are willful creatures, but it is not impossible. Or even if you befriend the terrafolk, perhaps they would bring you.
No, it's a good thing we have in our party someone who seems to be quite good at taming wild beasts. And he kind of glances over at Million.
Or turning into them.
I'm your friend. Yes.
I mean, you won't get a fly speed for a while, but still.
No. Yeah, I'm still learning the whole flying thing. It's more difficult than you think. But yeah, I'm more than happy to make new friends here, as long as they don't try to eat us. You never know with the creatures here. Sometimes they're just like, they're very friendly. Sometimes they just, take a chunk of your arm. It's always exciting though.
All right, Dr. O, you are able to harvest 15 rations from the crocodile.
Hell yeah, I didn't roll for it, but hell yeah.
Well,
Oh, I saw that animal handling.
Oh,
I thought that was what that was.
Oh, let me give you guidance.
I don't know what that is. What if I pulled that instead of Arcana?
Yeah, did you click that instead of Arcana?
I might have, yeah, I might have.
Oh my
But
gosh.
my Arcana should have just been one higher, so it's fine.
All right, a
There we
23
go.
is enough. You get the 15
Hell yeah.
rations.
We're back over what
What
we
about-
started.
But no hide or teeth or anything?
No.
But Viv wanted boots.
Should be alright.
Imagine if she had just a whole, like, we could just outfit the whole party in, like, croc
A
gear.
pimp outfit and croc gear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Do Mr. Bubbles then. I can't take new boots, but unless you make boots big enough to fit over my new current boots.
I mean, I have leather workers tools. We can get this.
Oh
we can
my-
get this going.
Come on, Nomad.
We could start our own line of boots. We could call it Crocky.
Sell Crocs.
Come on, Nomad.
Crafty.
All right. That sounds good. Are we ready to move on?
I believe so.
Come on, Nomad.
Okay. As you continue on to your journey, you make it 10 miles, making a lot of time in this darkness. You stop for your midday break. Continue on to your second portion of the travel leg. Everybody, please remake your checks.
All right. I'm gonna switch over to Scout for my second leg.
Jeez.
You pick-
What you pick stands for both of them.
Mr.
The
Bubbles,
first and
okay.
second. Yep.
It's okay. I was doing scout before.
I'm giving you enhance ability, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, right, advantage, I forgot.
I need to go use my spell slots though.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't deal with you today.
Leave me alone.
What are you
Oh my
even?
god.
Make me strength athletics instead of animal handling.
Okay.
Save was knocked.
25. Melian rolls a
Sometime the
10.
animal.
Noct gets a 28. Viv and Eku. Viv's gonna give Eku a bardic inspiration.
I'll be right.
She gets a 26. Viv rolled an 8. All right, very nice. 3.5 miles per hour. You are just blazing through the jungle at this point. In the night. That's ridiculous.
Did we get another? To get another
This would
crocodile?
be- You would be stopping at 1 o'clock in the morning. All right. At 1 o'clock in the morning, you get to the edges of Mbala. Finally, you are getting out of the Aldani Basin. If you go back to Chult player map, I have revealed the next area.
Ooh.
Who'd have thought all it took was traveling at night?
Right. Gosh.
And you see on this raised basin an 1,800-foot high plateau with sheer cliffs rising above heaps of boulders as large as ships. There's a narrow path cut into the cliff face and seems to climb all the way to the top.
It's the kind of area you find yourself ambushed in.
Make me a martial check.
Skills.
You get the sense that an ambush here would likely come from the air. If there were any flying creatures, they would probably have very easy pickings. You see at this current time, looking up to the sky, there do not appear to be any flying creatures about. Whether that's because it's very late at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, or because of the darkness or whatever reason, you're not sure.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right. So at 1 o'clock in the morning, you have 5 hours until you may rest again. What would you like to do with your time?
I'm gonna do some reading.
If it's, since I've been using it an awful lot, would it be possible to start training on a skill without the need for a book?
Depends what skill.
Athletics?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
All right, I'm going to start training athletics in my free time.
Okay. You are exhausted because you were performing the trailblaze. Don't forget that.
Fair. You just see knocked over in the corner with a couple of trunks deadlifting.
You're really into these new gauntlets.
Without the gauntlets like little branches.
It's like I've never been this strong before.
Considering he had an 8 strength before, yeah, it makes sense.
My entire worldview has opened up.
I will try offering Nacht the fortress and being like, you can lift this.
So kind of you, Mr. Bubbles.
Even though he's small and I'm considered large for the purposes of pushing, pulling, and carrying, or whatever. It's only 2 size differences.
We need to get more water today. I assume you can help with that, Doc, to purify it up.
Of course. Yeah, if you got some water from collections and stuff, I could purify.
All right. So I'm gonna clear this thing back up. All right, tracked our food and water.
Awesome. All right, anything else you guys want to do before camp?
I want to. Well, I don't feel like we need it. I don't feel like we need any more food, so I'm just gonna read my book, and I'm gonna talk with Mr. Fluffy and just read my book.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell him that I'm planning on getting him some armor or something, and just yeah.
Okay. Melian, please make me a perception check for scouting, and then I will have Viv make hers. 12.
Perception, wisdom.
Yes.
Yay!
25.
We're so back.
Your camp has comfortable and defendable, and you may improve 2.
Can we make it hidden?
Okay. One more.
All right. So hidden, defendable, and what's the other one? Comfortable.
Yes.
And
So either hidden or defendable.
let's do it hidden.
Okay. Excellent. As we are going to begin our rest, somebody please roll me a d20.
Can the wagon do it? The wagon's
Sure.
gonna do it today.
Right, a 9. Night's gonna go by uneventful. Soon, the rays of morning arrive. Right, so you're gonna be waking up at 9 a.m. 9 o'clock in the morning on this day, finally you have made it out of the Aldani Basin. I think now is a good time to take a break.
Woohoo!
All right, and we are back.
I had a literal weapon against everyone with just.
What?
You got the total all-time kill lead.
Wait, where does that show?
It showed on your emote thing when it showed up.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I saw that.
How
All
many?
right. And we
Does it show
are...
the number?
No. I'll love to
so
see
it's
it.
just a little symbol?
Yeah, it's just it was just like a little title thing on the top of your health
Oh,
bar.
because I'm just so cool. Gotcha.
Yeah, yep. Exactly. Exactly. All right. We are back. Let's get into it.
I'm surprised tNomad doesn't have the kill lead.
Well, because I'm always the first one that shows up, and I think like every time
Right.
you join, you get the first hit.
Yeah, but I'm not always joining.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Like other people would join on other days, right? Like I'm not here for every session.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine if anything you should have the kill lead because you're always here. But
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just that good.
But if nobody types, then there's no one to kill.
Yeah, I'm just that good.
Yes. All right. So back in the jungles of Alt. We are now on the edges of Aldani Basin as we are beginning to move into the mountainous terrain of the Mbala Plateau. And you awake at 9 a.m. in the morning inside your camp, well rested.
It's actually not a bad time. I'm glad we were able to normalize our schedule
Yeah,
a little more.
funny how that worked out. You see the narrow path varying in width, but probably around 5 feet, with tumbled boulders and tangled roots often blocking the path in many ways, many places. But you may have to clear some of the obstructions as you go. But Aku assures you that this is the way forward. As I said, the way to Orolunga will likely cross through Mbala. It is up there on that path where it will veer off. We must choose our path. Mbala is up on top of the plateau, but continuing on to the west, across it will take us to the Oracle.
Didn't we want to stop by Mbala for Aku?
Yes.
Didn't she have some kind of quest?
That's the whole reason we were headed here.
I would
Like, on our
greatly
way to-
appreciate that.
On our way to other stuff, we were stopping at Mbala for her.
Okay, then that's still the plan. Stop by Mbala on the way.
Her face brightens a great deal, and you see hope surge through her. Well, then let us make haste. Are we ready to move out?
I'm ready as I'll be.
Yes, me too.
Then let us begin.
Is it a climb? Or is it just
You definitely could scale the cliff face, but you would need a lot of rope, like 300 feet of rope, and you would need climber's kit and stuff. You'd have to make a check, but there is a path.
Yeah, don't Skyrim this. It's not like we have to walk around the mountain to find the path. We can just walk up the path.
Yeah.
All
All right. Everybody choose their activities.
We all know what Dr. Osbay's doing.
And then make your associated checks.
So, enhance ability on me, right? Off pay.
No, I'm gonna save my spell slots. They're level 2 spell slots! No!
Jeez, okay.
You'll survive.
Not in a swamp anymore, is what she's saying.
That is what I'm saying, yeah.
Who gets an 18?
A whole 11 dexterity animal.
Viv gets a 17. Knocked 24, Melian 19, Mr. Bubbles 11. Alright. Someone please roll me a d20.
I'll do that. Sure. The screen got in the way. $18. How nice.
As you are moving up the mountain path, Noct is before you, moving the obstructions out of the way as Melian is ahead, scouting far enough, trying to see what might be discovered further along the path. Mr. Bubbles carrying the wagon fortress on top, Vivacity keeping an eye out, and Aku directing Mr. Bubbles forward. Melian, you're far up along the path. Looking back, you see the wagon fortress much smaller in the distance behind you as it curves along the path. Soon enough, you get to an area where there appears to be a boot sticking out from behind something.
Just a boot, nothing connected to it.
Boot.
A boot. Yes.
Okay. Is there? Do you see bushes, or like a rock or something, or is it just like a random booth just standing there?
You see there is a tree branch sticking out of the mountain, and as you look up, you see there is an elf balanced on the tree branch about 40 feet above the ground, arms and legs dangling downward. The body is not moving.
And missing a boot.
Yes, and it is missing a boot.
All right. I would like first to check if there are any traps.
All right, make me an investigation check.
Fuck.
No tramp
You do
sense
not
here.
see any traps here.
All right.
You think
So
everything's a trap?
I'll just move closer and I'll go. Hello.
There is no reply.
I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. All right, I am going to try to climb the tree.
All right. Go ahead and make me a strength athletics check.
Oh no!
You just asked to do it.
Yeah, but now she realizes what check it is.
She realized
Yes.
what she has done.
Mistakes were made.
Hey. Oh goodness!
You grab onto parts of the cliff wall, the tree branches moving up, but quickly, as you get maybe 2 feet off the ground, one of the branches that you grab pulls free from the wall as the dirt showers down. You fall back to the path, kind of heart beating like, oh shit, I'm starting to get kind of high up. You're unable to get up the tree. Like to do anything else?
Let me see. Give me a second. You said he's 40 feet up?
About 40 feet, yes.
Okay.
Do the rest of us notice this? What Melly is trying to do?
Just Melian, because she's scouting, so she's up ahead of all.
Okay.
Also, don't forget you have guidance, Melly.
Oh, yes. Let's see. I will try one more time. I will guide myself and then attempt again.
Okay.
Guidance. And then athletics, strength. Come on. Fuck.
Rolling a 9. Get up about 10 feet. Grabbing at a root. It begins to pull free from the wall. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
With an 11, you slip down a little bit, but are able to grab on to a cleft in the wall, preventing yourself from falling. 10 feet up, a fall would likely be a little hurtful. How would you like to proceed?
I will. I will just move down, get down, and be like, okay, I guess.
Don't we have a fortress that you could stand on top of?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna like move back down, look up, and be like, okay, I'm just glad no one was here to see it. I'll just wait for everyone to arrive, and then we can think of a solution for this. So I'll just sit next to the tree. They're like, don't worry, buddy, we'll get you out.
Just sits down.
Yeah, just sit down and wait.
All right. After a little bit of time, finally, the rest of your party catches up to you. You all see Melian sitting on the ground beneath this tree branch. You look up to see the elf body about 40 feet up. What do you do?
Noct is going to fly up there.
Okay.
You're lucky you spoke up so quickly.
I'll just
I
fly.
was gonna throw Melly up there.
I was going to throw a javelin.
Oh, God.
No! I
At the
hate
branch.
saw that guy up there. Decided to wait for you guys to, come in. Didn't want to, drop him or anything. So,
All right, Nox, you go up. And you look at the body. This elf is since deceased. But you find a note pressed between the body and the branch. You read it.
I do.
The note explains how the elf climbed the tree in order to get away from a prowling dinosaur, and was too terrified to come down.
A pathetic way to die.
Dying because you're too terrified to die.
It's one way to come. That's a full circle way of doing it, huh?
El bozo.
Does the note say anything else?
It does not.
Imagine reading.
All right. Noct's gonna see if there's anything on his person, any identifying insignias or anything of note.
Okay. You find a journal. This elf fashioned himself an explorer of sorts and wished to travel around the jungles of Chult and try mapping out some of the areas. He has a very rough map drawn, as well as about 16 silver pieces on him.
Big money.
All right. If that's all that he has on him, Noct's gonna take the journal, fly down, and he's gonna hand it over to the doctor. He's like, here's a bit of light reading for you. The man up there was a bit of an explorer. Tried to save himself from a dinosaur attack and ended up, I guess, starving to death.
Their pathetic way to die. She flips through the pages. Yes, it'll be quite interesting. Thank you.
This is a bit of a map of the surrounding area. It's a bit rough, but we might make use of it.
Is it just a map or is it a journal?
There's the journal, and then there's a rough map tucked inside it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'm going to pat Mr. B. Mr. B, could you get him down from there? It's such a sad way of staying there.
Yeah, I'll throw a javelin up there. Like, I don't even answer her or anything, like, in any way. I'm just like, yep, and I do it.
Yeah.
Good job. You threw a javelin, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, wait, you said it's 40 feet up, right?
Yep.
So it's a disadvantage.
Yep.
Your javelin goes up, misses the elf, misses the tree, and then you see it arc back downwards higher up on the path.
I'll try again. Nobody said anything to stop.
Dr. Offbase flipping through the journal, not paying attention to Mr. Bubbles right now.
All right, with a 14, you do hit. You manage to knock the elf loose as he falls down to the ground.
What's that?
And I give Mel a thumbs up. As I just speared this dead elf.
You missed it, Squeege. At the beginning of the session, there was a crocodile that came to the camp in the night, and you were all waiting for it to leave, and then Noct gave you the thumbs up to say, "Hey, everything's all right." Then I had you roll a wisdom save.
Aw, nice.
Yeah. Thumbs up means go.
Lesson learned.
I honestly, I couldn't approve more of your choice in that.
I thought it was very in character.
That tracks.
I cut the end of that combat.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I was here for that.
All right.
When Mel just like finished it.
I'm gonna go and try to at least kind of like give him a little burial, I guess. Just,
Okay.
over here with some leaves. Well, from nature to nature. But at least, you're not gonna be just standing there and rotting.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to dig, but you could definitely find rocks and stuff to build a little cairn for him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do
Help
that.
Million with the rocks.
If I attack it with my sword enough, I could keep doing necrotic damage to it to help decompose it.
One way to do
I
it.
just need to crit the corpse a couple times.
Help Million with the rocks, Mr. Bubbles.
Not throwing. Just gonna put on top of it. Okay?
I'm glad you clarified.
Just gonna make like a little mound over the body. That is the nature of child. Honestly, I'm surprised nothing got to him first.
Is there any time to read this journal, Nomad? Is it like an actual item for actual reading, or is it just kind of...
I mean, I just had it as flavor, but yeah, you could definitely read it and see if there's anything in there.
Spend a couple hours reading it during this campsite visit.
Okay.
This is light reading. Wasn't too much of interest. The map's probably the most fascinating thing here.
So, as you begin your trek forward once again, making your way up the path, after about 3 hours, you come to an area about 100 feet below the lip of the plateau. And the path veers directly into a natural cleft in the stone face. You see steps cut into the 15-foot wide crevice, where scenes of jungle predators, flying lizards, and erupting volcanoes are carved into shallow relief upon the walls. in ways that make creative use of the natural shape of the rock. It is here Aku pauses. He stands right before the crevice, looking into it, standing for a few moments in silence, giving a deep breath. Without looking, he begins to speak. Here is the seat of evil. Nanipupu layers within.
Shut up.
I can't not laugh anytime Nomad says it.
You respond.
I start walking forward and I start walking into the crevice.
I may have forgotten what task she had given us. Can I get a quick briefing on what that is?
Does anyone remember?
I believe it had something to do with the fact that Nanny was a necromancer and Aku's kind of hating her for...
And we gotta kill it.
Yeah, we gotta kill her for it. We also heard that she might also held some information about the curse, being someone well-versed in undeath.
Preferably we do that before we kill it.
Yeah. Mr. Bubbles, stand down.
What?
We'll
What?
tell you when it's time.
What? I can't even walk forward?
You can walk forward, just don't attack anything until I give you the okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I just walk right past Aku. Like, just into the crevice unhesitantly.
Okay.
Just like, oh, this is it? Let's go.
I slide out from all my crafting and like kind of hang out on Mr. Bubbles' shoulder under the wagon.
Wow, taking a break.
Just a little break. I want to be aware of the surroundings.
Doc will stare at Mr. Bubbles' other shoulder for a brief second, shake his head, and just fly up.
Better try, give it a little.
You could fit.
He's contemplating standing on Mr. Bubbles' other shoulder.
You could fit.
But he also is fearful of the giant greatsword that he's seen skewer many a beast.
Smart.
Yeah,
Honestly.
That's fair.
I'm standing a little bit behind. Like, oh, I want to back to be on top of Mr. B2.
Yeah, Sir Fluffy.
Oh yeah, and then just like grab his fur / feathers
Oh,
and just
yeah.
like, yeah, I like being tall. Onwards, Mr. Fluffy.
My little Hydra dog shambling beside us. Sometimes it barks out of one of its heads.
And then sometimes, maybe the bark comes out of me.
There you go.
All right. You delve into the crevice, continuing on the pathway, this time heading for Plateau, the ruins of Mbala. Search of this Nani Pupu. You hear Aku. I must caution. Perhaps pause for a moment. Nani Pupu is the greatest evil you will find in Chult. I thank you greatly for coming to aid me. She must be destroyed.
I know that you want her destroyed, and we do plan on doing that. But if there's information together about the death curse, we might try some form of diplomacy before anything else. And I want you to be mentally prepared that we will try those, and that is just to get information.
Diplomacy will have no effect. I will tell you my story, for I believe it is vital information. See, Nani Poo is a hag.
Does Dr. Offbay know what a hag is?
Make me an Arcana check.
Can I get guidance?
I was about to say, I'll guide her.
Can I get my fix?
Yes, you definitely know what a hag is.
Then I would be pretty confident that it's not something we can reason with.
Yes, and that's exactly what Aku says. Any bargain which you may strike with her would undoubtedly end in your own demise, however sweet it may seem.
Yeah. Yep, that checks out.
I must say, I have not been entirely honest with you. Again, I thank you for taking on this quest for me. I fear it is only right to reveal everything for you. For hags are dangerous creatures. She will not go without a fight. And at this,
I'm counting.
you see Aku's form begin to shimmer.
The fuck?
Like an image of mirage before you. It shimmers and slowly disperses till you see a creature before you. It looks like a snake,
Was it Coldle?
but with wings.
Yep.
This checks out.
So it's like the one we were watching the other night.
Well, she had one on her staff, so I feel like this checks out.
Yeah, but I don't walk around like with the staff with like a warforged on it. And you don't walk around with like a
You walk
slime.
around with mini bubbles though, little bubbles.
But not a staff. It's not like humans walk around with staffs with humans on them.
Dude, we know this is was it Coldle or whatever from her staff from before.
So, anyone that wishes to
We've seen them even here before.
can make me a proficient religion check.
I would like to guide myself for that.
It won't be.
Does anyone need guidance?
Viv would.
Okay, I'm going to guide Viv.
Okay.
And then Viv, don't forget Viv makes the check too.
Guidance.
Dr. Offbay always skips the religious books.
She's like, I'm not in the mood for fiction.
Wow.
That's just off bay.
All right, Noct, you get a 24. Vivacity rolls a 20. Both of you know, yes, this is a coatl. Coatls are benevolent serpentine beings of great intellect and insight. Their brilliantly colored wings and gentle manner speak to their celestial origins. They are divine caretakers, created as guardians and caretakers by a benevolent god not worshipped since the dawn of time, and which is forgotten now by all but the coatls themselves. Most of the divine mandates given to these beings are long since fulfilled or failed. However, a number of coatls still watch over ancient power, await fulfillment of prophecy, or safeguard the heirs of creatures they once guided and protected. Regardless of a coatl's task, it prefers to remain hidden, revealing itself only as a last resort. They are truth tellers, unable to lie, but it can withhold information, answer questions vaguely, or allow others to jump to the wrong conclusions if doing so is necessary to protect something, to keep promises, or to hide the secrets of its existence. They
Lies
are
of
ancient
omission.
and few. A quaddle can live for ages without sustenance, even surviving without air, but these creatures can die of disease or the passage of time. A quaddle can sense its end up to a century beforehand, but it has no insight into the manner of its demise. If a quaddle has already accomplished what it set out to do, it accepts its fate. However, if its imminent death endangers the completion of its goals, it actively seeks out another quaddle with which to produce offspring. The mating ritual of quaddles is a beautiful and elaborate dance of magic and light, which results in a gem-like egg from which a new quaddle hatches. The parent that sought out the mate raises the newborn quaddle and instructs it as to its duties so that it can complete whatever task the parent leaves unfinished. And you may learn 2 of the following abilities in addition to knowing that they have true sight of 120 feet, passive perception 15, and they can speak all languages and have telepathy 120 feet. So the following traits, 2 of them: innate spellcasting, magic weapons, shielded mind, bite, constrict, change shape. That's what you got.
Ooh. You said 2?
Yep.
I think learning about what kind of spells it casts, innate spellcasting would be a good one.
Okay, the quaddle spellcasting ability is Charisma. It can innately cast the following spells requiring only verbal components: Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts, 3-day each for Bless, Create Food and Water, Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, Protection from Poison, Sanctuary, and Shield, and then 1-day each of Dream, Greater Restoration, or Scrying.
Ooh, a lot of good stuff. Good utilities. What was the other 2? The other 2 afterwards?
Magic Weapons and Shielded Mind.
Let's learn its magic weapons.
All right. Quaddle's magic attacks are the Quaddle's weapon attacks are magical.
I thought there was something more to it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Doctor's just furiously writing all that down on any notes he could find. Maybe even asking for some ink from Dr. Offpay.
I keep a. Am I muted? No. I keep a monster compendium on me actually, and she opens up her book and where she's taking notes because she allows him to do all of those. Also, I'm writing this down and putting it in notes. You can probably see it now. So
Awesome.
So I assume you're dictating this to Dr. Offbay.
Oh, definitely.
There we go. There we go.
All right. And then Aku begins speaking once again, this time in her form. All of you. You see, I am a quaddle. It was my charge to look over the people of Mbala. I did for many years, ancient times before its fall. I did so from the shadows, unseen and unknown, keeping them safe, curing their diseases, making sure they had food, water, sustenance. Then, Nanny Poo-Poo arrived. He came in the guise of a witch doctor. Began working her magics for the people, convincing them she was of aid. I could do nothing but to watch as she slowly corrupted them, convincing them that she was their savior, creating plagues and disasters which she claimed to save them from, convincing them that I was something evil to be cast out, a presence that must be protected against. So the people forsook me. I watched and witnessed Nanipupu slowly began devouring them. A few at first, taking them by surprise, convincing them, tricking them, devouring their bodies. And so Mbala was doomed. Now only she remains. I have been waiting for ages, till the day would come where I would wreak my vengeance. Is that which I ask you to help me now?
Mr. Bubbles is just like, so we kill now?
There is nothing else to it. Yes, she must be slain.
She's just talking a lot for something that just needs killing.
That is the thoughts that Mr. Rebels would have, yes. The rest of us are interested and engaged. But yeah, I think... Are we ready, everyone? Because this sounds like a boss fight.
Ha!
Boss fight in that I'm a boss.
I think, I think we kill ourselves a necromancer, a hag. I like it.
Right.
Right.
You move farther up plateau on this new path. As you see the signs of something devious begin to meet you on your way as you get closer. Bits of bone, refuse, even the ground itself seeming to be sapped of some of its life, moisture. The stone steps emerge onto the top of the plateau beneath a once grand, but now decrepit, wooden gateway. The gates that sealed this entrance are rotted away. Only their rusted iron hinges and reinforcing bands remain. In their place are heaps of human skulls, picked clean of all flesh and bleached white by the sun. They grin up at you from the roadway and down from atop towering mounds.
Are they in our way?
They're not in your way.
Okay, great.
As we approach, I would like to use one of my abilities real quick just to make sure we're not being watched. I'm going to use Eyes of the Grave till the end of my next turn. I can detect, I can sense the presence of any undead within 60 feet, as long as they're not covered by total cover.
Now we can know if these skulls are undead. It's good to know. Good to know.
You do not see any undead.
Cool. We're not being watched yet, so let's continue on.
Yeah.
On a new map?
He's like, we're not being watched yet, so let's try harder.
And this is why I didn't use my spell slots.
Oh.
I've never done this battle. I don't know what's going on. I just know that we were getting close to Mbala.
Okay.
You do.
Are these just steps?
I go.
Where are
Now,
we
where are
going
you
down?
going?
Is it going up?
Oh. Well, I just saw this looked like a door at first until I went through and I was like, oh, these are actually more stairs.
I'm on Mr. Bubble's shoulder, and the little dog is right behind him.
So I'm dragging my token, but I'm trying to go slow enough that everyone's behind me, at least. So just even if everyone's not real time moving their tokens.
I'm following everyone with Sir Fluffy.
This looks like a big area. Can we see anything? Dr. Offbay is definitely trying to look around.
As you begin to walk through, exploring these ruins, the only structure still intact is a lone hut about 1,000 yards southwest of the gate, at the edge of a boulder field. The hut is made from thatch and animal hide stretched over the rib cage of an immense reptile. Animal skulls, wind chimes, and totems of feathers and shells rattle in the breeze, and smoke drifts from the hut.
Is up north. Okay, so southeast. Because we're as far west as we could go.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for undead as we travel. In particular, undead.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because I'm scared of undead.
Knock, 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 knock. Knock will fly up to this branch and take a peer out into the darkness.
Is it dark? I thought it was like
No.
daytime.
Or, sorry. Yeah.
It would be noon right now.
He's just talking about the aura of darkness. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that the map is shaded dark.
Oh,
aside,
that darkness.
aside from our sight, line of sight.
Oh, that darkness.
Plus, we're dealing with an undead-ridden area. There's probably some kind of necromantic mist in the air. It's real.
I'll kill the mist.
I'll absorb it.
Eats it.
Oh.
I could totally imagine Mr. Bubbles trying to fight the mist.
Let's keep going slowly but surely.
Bugger off, ghost. You just want me to go down like the regular paths?
It sounds like miserable things to do.
I know, that's why I'm making sure you didn't want to tell me to do something else.
Yeah, Dr.
Otherwise,
Offbay's
you
looking
know
around.
exactly where I'm going. It's like straight down here.
Alright, let everyone catch up.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, my intention is to keep everyone relatively behind us. It's just real time moving is hard.
Is that the hut in front of us? Should we sneak? Should we pass without trace, Melian? I don't know if you have that prepared.
Yes, I do. Let me check on that. We can see it, right? Because best without a trace only lasts for
It only lasts for 8 hours.
1 hour.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
you'd
we're
definitely
here.
be able to get to the hut.
All right, everyone, just group up. I have some magic dust.
I think even if it was just a minute, we would be able to make use of it significantly.
I have everyone targeted for you, Melian.
All right, I'm gonna reach out into a pouch and just get this little weird reddish dust and just gonna blow on it.
Very cool.
Oh, it's sticking to me.
He blows on the ash, and you see it kind of goes in the air and then lands on you. And yes, it's kind of sticking to you. Interesting. And you all are now benefiting from Pass Without a Trace. Your stealth bonus has a +10 and can't be tracked except by magical means. And you leave behind no tracks or other traces of your passage. Oh, at this time, could everybody make me a stealth check?
In the tower?
Yes.
Guidance would be cool one.
This time I'm gonna fade Vivacity back, just because she...
Okay.
You roll me one for Fluffy? Oh.
Oh, yes.
Alright. I have your stealth logged. Do you want to just move to the hut? Or, like, in view of it?
Sure.
I would, while we're walking quietly, I would like to ask Iku if she has any information on the hag that, you know, what we should keep an eye out for, if she knows any of her abilities.
Oh, I see the hut.
Oh, yeah, on that note, I did roll a 22 on knowing what a hag is. Do I get to know any information about hags?
Yes. Let's find it. Okay. Hags are crones who represent corruption of ideals and goals. They delight in seeing the innocent and good brought low. They're inhuman monsters, forms twisted by evil. Shape-changers and blasphemers, they ally with other hags to form magical covens with extra powers. They collect and remember secret knowledge that is better lost and forgotten. Desperate mortals often come to them looking for advice, only to have their requests fulfilled in ways that bring great suffering to themselves and their loved ones. They're master manipulators. They delight in being ugly, unpredictable, and they're very old. So, like, whereas you would want to be beautiful, they want to be ugly. They delight in a lot of things that are, like, grotesque.
So we should compliment their beauty.
Let's just keep her, girl.
Let's see. There are different types of hags. Anise hags live in mountains or hills.
Oh, here we are.
where terrain is easy for them to navigate because they are the most physically capable. And even with their hunched posture, an Annis hag is as tall as an ogre. Skin bruised blue or black and claws like rusty blades. Annis hags love tormenting the weak and fearful and seeing others feel fear. Bur hags live in wintry lands favoring snow-covered mountain peaks. They are gaunt, have blue-white skin, white hair, and are known for their gray wooden staffs that give them access to extraordinary ice magic. Bur hags love seeing mortals freeze to death and have little if any room in their hearts for kin and community. Green hags inhabit dismal forests, swamps, and moors. A green hag's body, whether broad, narrow, fat, or thin, is topped with a tangled mane of hair. A green hag thrives on creating despair and tragedy in the lives of her victims, using her skill with illusion magic to help in this goal. Destroying the hopes of others brings her unbridled joy. Night hags have left behind the world of the Fae to roam the lower planes. They have dark blue or purple-black skin with white or light-colored eyes and thin, curving horns. A night hag is at least as tall as a human, and most are stout or have a medium build rather than being thin or emaciated. Night hags enjoy corrupting the dreams of good people, compromising the ideals of their victims to get them to eventually perform evil acts. Then, when a victim dies, the hag can harvest its soul and bring it to Hades. And then sea hags live underwater or on the shore, favoring bleak and despoiled places. They have pale skin like that of a fish, covered in scales, with glassy dead eyes and hair like lank seaweed. Sea hags are emaciated, but one might be tall or short, frail or large-boned. A sea hag hates beauty in any form and seeks to attack, deface, or corrupt it so it has the opposite effect on its viewers. One is more likely to defile the inspiring statue in a town square, making it into a symbol of fear and sorrow, than to destroy it outright.
That's a comfortable amount of information on hags. And we don't know what kind of hag this one is yet.
Probably a green one.
I mean, maybe.
Oops.
Maybe a
We're in a
night.
mountain.
Oh, we are technically in a mountain.
I personally feel like we are dealing with a green hag. The idea of wanting to destroy all hope and
Well, that's pretty much all hags.
And you
Yeah,
do
but it's
see that this area, these ruins, look to be very overgrown, thick, and with twisted plants.
Okay. That's a little more of a...
And the plants and the trees and the roots and everything are also kind of like twisted into like shapes that actually seem malicious in a way.
How beautiful.
Let's, I guess, continue our journey inward.
And it's time. Right?
That is, yeah.
no.
So that'll be a great place to pick up.
And then Vic can be with us.
It's
Yeah,
gonna arrive like, oh, what we're doing?
And then she can have fun complimenting the hag as vicious mockery.
Ah! Oh, girl, drop that skincare routine. You look so good.
Right? Yeah, that sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, that skin tone is to die for.
Emotional damage.
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 Your hair looks so silky.
Viv's motto for fighting this green hag can be, I will kill her with kindness.
That's a very good motto.
Right. So with that information being shared, we are at time. I am going to have to end our session. it is time to begin signing off. So thank you, all of you, for being here, tuning in, and enjoying this tale with us. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the tale, and looking forward to having you again next time we are at this table. This was the Tomb of Annihilation, played every other Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I also run Descent into Avernus on Wednesdays. We're playing basically every other Wednesday, but the schedule can change as permitted as long as I have time and we can play. That starts at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, playing for 3 hours. So from 6 to 9 Central Standard on Wednesdays. Keep your eye out for that. I am in the process of putting together another campaign as well, The Curse of Strahd. So if you're interested in joining at the table with myself and some of these other players, because it's looking like Squeege and Shadow are going to be playing that would be Noct and Mr. Bubbles. They're looking to be playing that. So if you want to join in, go ahead and shoot me a message on Discord. Join the Discord, by the way. Also check out my Games Master profile on startplayinggames.com, where you can find that adventure yourself. And hopefully we can get this started. That will be playing every other Sunday that we're not playing this campaign, probably at 8 a.m. though, so from 8 to 11 Central. If you are available during those times, go ahead and say hi. But for now, we are signing off, and as all of the adventures are streaming out of the bar, I ask you to check out my YouTube, Twitter, throw likes, subscribe, follows, and all that good stuff. You can keep up to date on everything that is the Tavern League. Make sure to join the Discord, say hi. We love to have new players. Hope to see you next time. But for now, go ahead and tip those mugs back with whatever you're drinking. I got myself a little Burger King Dr. Pepper. Thanks so much for being here with us. We look forward to seeing you next time. This has been the Tavern League.